Hey guys, we're just here in our garden and we're going to pick the smallest batch of potatoes that we have and we'll show you how we do it.
We didn't know how it was really going to turn out yet. This was kind of an experiment, but we'll share it with you. We already picked the better ones, just figuring it out, but we'll show you kind of what we're up to. And it's the smallest one, but that's okay.
Sometimes the smallest are the best. So here we go.
So you can see we tried growing them. We basically did the potatoes in the tower or in buckets or barrels or, however you see it method. I was just curious how it worked. So this year was kind of an experiment. I just grabbed whatever I had, and that's why, we did the better ones first, tipping them over and looking, but this was just an old pot I had, so I figured we'd give it a try. So we'll show you. But I have a feeling the better ones came out of these ones.
Well, let's give it a go.
So yeah, it worked awesome this year. So we got all these plus a whole bunch more out of them. It was actually a pretty good success. So, it's so much easier to harvest this way than it is to dig them out of the ground. So next year I'm gonna build boxes specific for doing this that are easy to tip over and better suited to this, and we're gonna do it in a bigger way. There
you go. Ooh, that's big boy.
So this one's all right too. So this bucket, you can kind of see it gets smaller at the bottom, and it has a bottom, whereas these ones didn't have a bottom. And it's much better if they don't have a bottom. Like we were saying, this is the worst one. But even this one, even with the worst one, this is so much easier to harvest this way than it is the other way, like digging them. Such a pain in the ass to dig these out of the ground. So you plant them in the bottom, and as the plants get bigger, you add soil up around them, and they keep shooting them out of the side like this. So it started down here, and then as the plants grew, I buried it up to here, then buried it up to here, then buried it up to here. And as they keep growing, they keep shooting out the sides of the stem. So, technically you could grow them 4 feet tall and just keep burying them, and they'll keep shooting them out the side. And then you tip it over and harvest, and it's so much easier that way. And this was just an experiment. I've seen other people on YouTube do it and have pretty good success with it. We always grew them in the ground, and it was just half of them stayed there. Or when I'm using the pitchfork to dig them up, I'm spiking them and ruining them. So this was cool, and I'm already excited for next year to do it again in bigger barrels. But we just wanted to kind of show you, share the method with anyone else out there who's growing potatoes. I highly recommend doing it this way. It was a pretty good success. So even in this small little thing here, we got all these, and look how, what'd that take, 5 minutes to harvest?
Yeah, hold a few up.
So wow. I started it with literally like these. That's what I put in it in the beginning of the year. And this is what pops out.
Wow, that's a big one right there.
Yeah, we got a few big ones.
And what kind of potatoes are those?
I think these are white potatoes. I just got a bunch of seed potatoes. And so all these too, we can save all these and put them aside in the basement and use these for seed potatoes next year, all the little ones. Or you can eat them, they're delicious too.
Cool. Now we're gonna go wash them up.
Now, yeah, we gotta cure them. So you let them sit for a while, and it cures them. These also, it's amazing how much longer these will last. You actually don't want to wash them until you're ready to eat them. But we'll go spread them out and let them cure. And
for how long?
At least a few days or so until they dry. It kind of dries off and it makes like a shell. You want to keep them in a kind of a shaded place where they can just dry, and it makes like a shell around the outside, and then when you store them, you don't want them touching each other. You want to keep a little bit of space between them, and like sawdust, wood chips, or just even on a rack or something, just in a cool, dry place in the basement.
Awesome.
But that little shell around them will keep them from rotting, and it's amazing how long these will last for months instead of like store-bought potatoes. I mean, I know you can get them to last pretty long too, but it's just amazing how much longer these last versus them, because they've already been washed. And it's the same thing with eggs. When the chicken lays an egg, if you don't wash the egg, it'll last for a month or two out on the countertop, not even in the refrigerator. As soon as it has some kind of coating on it from the chicken, and as soon as you wash it, you cut the time that it lasts in half. So same thing with squash and lots of vegetables. So yeah, we have about double this that we got out of the rest of that, so it's a fair amount. I don't know, maybe 25 pounds of potatoes or something out of a small bag of seed potatoes.
Awesome.
It was a pretty good success.
Well, hopefully you guys found that helpful.
Yeah, next year I can see, you know, we're gonna build it better and have a better, you know, do more of them. We're just getting into growing potatoes.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.